Hello friends, in the series of C programming, till now in last video we discussed control structure in C programming. In previous video we discussed what is if else and while loop. Now here in this video we are going to discuss what is do while loop and what is the difference between while and do while. We'll also going to check what is the syntax with one example. So let's start. Now do while is basically it is and similar to the while loop because in last video also we discussed what is while loop. At while loop we'll check the condition at first, but here in do while it expect the fact that it guaranteed to execute at least one time. That is it at first time it execute, that is only once. So do while loop is in which set of instructions, that is similar kind of while loop having the block same, it is having the set of block or instructions will execute at least once. Do, that is at least it execute once a time, or at least it can be executed or give the output. So according to the condition or irrespective with the condition, the block will going to get repeated. Repetition of the block will depend on the condition, which condition we are going to pass in while loop. Now here we are going to pass the condition inside the while only. Just difference is we first do, that is we first execute at least one statement or at least one output. Condition pass at the end of loop, that is here at while we pass the condition at starting, but in while we pass the condition at end. So it is also known as a exist control loop. Now let's check what is the syntax of do while loop. In do while loop, first we have to write the do, then inside the curly bracket we have to pass the statement or at least one statement, or you may write group of statement. And after this, so here we are not passing any condition. After this we have to write the while and inside the condition. So in previous video we discussed while, we check the while condition at the top, but here we check the condition appear at the end of the loop. So the statement in the loop execute only once, because first of all we have to do the execution of this all statement. So execute once before the condition is tested, because here we test the condition at the end or at the bottom. Now let's understand how do while loop works. First of all, block of do, that is this is the block of do, that group of statement. Do while loop is executed once, so all this statement is going to executed, and after that you have to check the conditions. The only then the text expression is evaluated, because here we are not checking any test or condition. We directly print this statement and then at the end we are going to check. So if test expression is the true, that is inside this while loop, if this condition is the true, then it again execute the same statement, that is it execute at the second time. So if the expression is the true, the block of loop is executed again if it is true. If it is false, it will never execute the same block again, it will stop. So we'll get at least one output, that is text evaluated only once. That is the process goes until the text expression becomes the false. Once it is false, the text expression or this loop is going to end. So that is the working of do while loop. Let it understand with one flow chart. Now the block of do while is executed at least once. That is, first of all we have to perform do tasks, and after that we are going to check the condition. Now if the text expression is the true, then the body of that statements is going to execute once, and this process goes until the text expression becomes a false. If once we got the false, we have to end this loop. So sequence is, first we have to do the tasks, then condition is the check. If it is true, it will evaluate it till all statement the condition becomes the true. Once it false, it will get end. Now let understand this one example. Now here you can see this is the do while program. Now here I'm going to print number from 1 to 4. Now the same program we have evaluated in previous video by using the while loop. Now same program we are going to evaluate by do while loop to check the difference. Now here I included stdio in main. This is my main function, that is the first function. Now here I include integer declare one variable I is equal to 1, that is the integer. Now in do, this is my do while statement. Now in do I am going to print percentage I. So I am going to print the I here, then I am going to increment I, and at the last or end of this loop I am going to check while I is less than or equal to 4. Now at this point I is equal to 1, so it execute all the blocks first. We are not going to check any condition. So it directly print the percentage I, that is I is equal to 1. Then again it incremented I as a 1, that is it I becomes 2. If then after incremented I will going to check while the updated value of I is less than or equal to 4, that is 2 is less than or equal to 4, so it becomes true. That's why again the control goes into do statement and it print percentage I, that is the value of I is 2. Now again I becomes 3 as incremented. Again it check the updated condition, that is 3 is less than or equal to 4. Again it becomes true. Then again it jumps to the do statement, that is print percentage I, that is it print 3. Now again it incremented to 4. Now it check the 4 is less than 4. Yes, again it print percentage I, that is it gives the result 4. Now next time 4 it get incremented here as a 5. Now here in while loop we'll check condition 5 less than equal to 4. Now this condition become false and it will never, the control is never go to the do part and the loop is going to stop here. Let's run this program and we'll check. So we'll get the number 1, 2, 3, 4 here because this loop is going to execute it till this condition is true. Now suppose if I make the changes I equal to 6. I is equal to 6. Now as I is equal to 6, it will go to the do part, then in print percentage I. Now it print percentage I 6. After that it incremented I plus plus, that is now here I becomes 7. Now at the bottom while condition 7 less than equal to 4. Now here at the first the condition becomes false here, so it never goes to the do while, it's in the loop, but we'll get the result printf as a 6 at once. So let's check this program. So I'll get the result 6. So that is the difference between do while and while. So in do we can get at least one output, or there is a assurance about we'll get the output at only once, and this loop is going to execute it till this condition becomes true. If once got the false, this loop is going to end. So this is all about the do while. In next video we're going to discuss difference between while and do while. Thank you.